Your stillness was not failure. It was preparation. You're about to be revealed. What if I told you that your financial struggles are seeds ready to sprout into abundance? This isn't just a message. It's a divine interruption tailored for you, the chosen one. God is speaking directly to your spirit right now. Wealth isn't arriving as a single event. It's compounding exponentially through His favor. Pause and feel the urgency. This revelation is for those who have felt overlooked. You're not watching this by accident. It's a setup for your breakthrough. Today, discover how God's plan turns your hardships into multiplying blessings. You are not ordinary. You are a chosen vessel destined for financial overflow. Your unique spiritual identity positions you for abundance beyond measure. Every financial hardship you've faced has built your faith and resilience. The delays and doubts were necessary steps in your divine journey. As Deuteronomy 8:18 declares, God gives you the ability to produce wealth. You were selected before birth to walk in this promise of prosperity. The enemy's attacks couldn't stop what God has ordained for you. Now, embrace your identity as one designed for exponential growth. Your story of lack is transforming into an era of unending supply. Remember, you are hand-picked to experience wealth that multiplies. Here's the divine revelation. Wealth for the chosen ones is compounding. It's not a one-time blessing, but a process fueled by faith and obedience. God turns your smallest acts of faithfulness into exponential abundance. Think of it like a seed growing in fertile soil, multiplying over time. The enemy may have whispered scarcity, but God reveals your breakthrough builds on itself. Scripture in Proverbs 13:22 confirms that a good person leaves an inheritance for generations. As a chosen one, your wealth is meant to grow across your family line. This truth simplifies how spiritual compounding works, like interest on investments, but divinely powered. Every step you take in obedience creates more than you started with. Now that you know this, let's break it down into key steps for your life. Number 1, your faith is the foundation that multiplies your wealth. It's not just a shield, it's the engine driving your financial growth. Hebrews 11:1 reminds us that faith is confidence in what we hope for. In Matthew 17:20, Jesus says even a mustard seed of faith can move mountains. Start today by declaring God's promises over your finances daily. Set aside time each morning to visualize your wealth expanding. Track your investments as you would in a portfolio, but with spiritual insight. If your efforts haven't paid off yet, know that faith is quietly compounding them. Every prayer you offer is a deposit in God's bank of blessings. This is your reminder that faith turns struggles into breakthroughs. Number 2, generosity acts as the catalyst for your wealth to multiply. What you give isn't lost. It's the key that unlocks compounding returns. Luke 6:38 declares that giving will result in receiving pressed down and running over. Begin tithing or helping those in need, even if it seems challenging. Track how your generosity leads to unexpected income or new opportunities. If financial fear has held you back, remember your sacrifices are not in vain. God is using them to turn your giving into a river of abundance. Embrace generosity as a powerful tool for multiplication in your life. Number 3, patience in divine timing ensures your wealth compounds exponentially. Waiting isn't wasting. It's the secret to watching your finances grow. Ecclesiastes 3:1 states there is a time for every activity under heaven. Create a simple financial plan aligned with God's Word. Review it monthly to see how small wins are building into bigger ones. If delays have worn you down, take heart. God is aligning seasons for your growth. Your perseverance fuels this miraculous compounding process. Number 4, your words are weapons that compound your wealth against obstacles. They aren't just words, they have the power to shift your reality. Proverbs 18:21 says the tongue has the power of life and death. Job 22:28 promises that what you decree will be established. Daily declare affirmations like, "My wealth is compounding through God's favor." Write them down and speak them aloud to change your mindset. If doubts have clouded your vision, your declarations can clear them away. Turn past failures into stepping stones with the power of your words. Number 5, stewardship is the pathway to lasting and abundant wealth. Managing what you have today invites tomorrow's compounded blessings. Matthew 25:21 praises the faithful servant who is given more. Audit your finances now and budget wisely. Invest prayerfully and seek godly counsel for your resources. If financial chaos has overwhelmed you, this is your turning point. God is rewarding your faithfulness with a legacy of wealth. As you apply these subpoints, watch your wealth begin to compound naturally. Now, let's explore the mystical signs confirming this process. You might notice prophetic signs like repeated numbers signaling abundance. For instance, seeing 888 could mean financial prosperity is near. Dreams of overflowing resources are the Holy Spirit's confirmation. These synchronicities in your finances are divine alignments. Feel the energy shift as heaven orchestrates your wealth multiplication. Every faithful step you take creates waves of blessings. This mystical element personalizes your journey to compounded wealth. It's a transformative sign that God is actively at work. Right now, it's time for you to take spiritual action. Comment "Wealth is compounding" below as your first step. Commit to one act of faith today, like tithing or giving generously. God is waiting for your bold move to activate this process. Take a moment to pray. Father, show me how to steward my resources. Let this prayer be your declaration of readiness for abundance. Don't delay. Your action today sets off the compounding chain. Join others in this community of chosen ones stepping into faith. Make this call to action the start of your financial transformation. Remember, every small step multiplies into greater blessings. Imagine a future where wealth rains down like manna from heaven. Your debts are erased, and opportunities multiply endlessly. Picture a legacy for your family that grows stronger over time. This is the breakthrough awaiting you as a chosen one. As Malachi 3:10 promises, God will open the floodgates of heaven. You'll have so much blessing that there's not enough room to store it. Envision financial peace and prosperity in every area of your life. This vision inspires hope and anticipation for your future glory. Your compounded wealth will overflow into generations to come. Hold onto this picture as motivation for your journey ahead. You are a chosen one, and God's promises for your wealth are unshakable. Even now, as we speak, your blessings are compounding. Trust in His timing and stay faithful in your actions. Reflect on what you've learned and apply it daily. Your victory in wealth is already secured by divine design. Keep declaring your breakthroughs and watching them manifest. God's plan for you is one of exponential growth and favor. Let this encouragement fuel your spirit moving forward. Remember, you were chosen for this very purpose. Wealth isn't just coming, it's multiplying through your faith. Stay patient and persevere through any challenges. Your stillness has prepared you for this revelation. Now step into the abundance that's been ordained for you. Every act of obedience accelerates the compounding process. Feel empowered as you embrace your divine identity. God's favor is turning your story into one of triumph. Trust that your financial destiny is secure in His hands. Continue to build on the truths shared here. Your journey as a chosen one is just beginning to unfold. Watch and see how wealth compounds in ways you never imagined. There comes a moment when every trial you've endured becomes the foundation for unbreakable prosperity. Divine timing reveals that your past sacrifices are the catalysts for wealth that multiplies endlessly. In the quiet of your spirit, God whispers that no hardship is forgotten. It's the spark for exponential growth. Every setback you faced is being transformed into a stepping stone toward compounded blessings. The universe aligns when you recognize that your struggles are seeds planted for a harvest of abundance. God orchestrates seasons where pain evolves into power, fueling a wealth that builds upon itself. Deep within, a divine force awakens, turning your history of lack into a legacy of overflow. Your journey of endurance is not in vain. It's the prelude to riches that expand with each faithful step. Shadows of doubt fade as you grasp that every challenge was designed to fortify your financial destiny. A sacred shift occurs when you see that trials are the hidden keys to unlocking multiplying favor. Your spirit echoes with the truth that God redeems every loss, turning it into layers of lasting wealth. In the realm of the chosen, every wound becomes a wellspring for resources that grow without limit. Divine wisdom declares that what was meant to break you is now the bedrock of your compounding success. A holy revelation surfaces. Your battles were blueprints for blessings that accumulate over time. The essence of your story is that pain purifies, preparing you for prosperity that multiplies daily. God never overlooks a tear. It's the currency exchanged for wealth that compounds in hidden ways. Your inner fire, forged in adversity, ignites a chain of abundance that echoes through generations. Sacred cycles turn your hardships into havens of wealth, where each lesson multiplies into opportunity. In the depth of your soul, struggles dissolve into strength, birthing a fortune that builds perpetually. Divine alignment ensures that every trial teaches, transforming into treasures that grow exponentially. Your path of perseverance is paved with promises, where challenges convert to compounding riches. God weaves your pain into patterns of prosperity, creating waves of wealth that surge forward. A profound awakening shows that obstacles are opportunities, seeding a legacy of endless increase. In the chosen one's narrative, every scar becomes a symbol of wealth waiting to compound. Your spirit rises as you realize that endurance equips you for an era of multiplying miracles. Divine forces declare that no effort is wasted. It's the foundation for fortunes that flourish. The core of your being resonates with the fact that trials are the training ground for timeless treasure. God transforms your burdens into bridges, leading to a wealth that accumulates with divine precision. Sacred insights reveal that every delay is a setup for deliverance, compounding your blessings. Your journey affirms that resistance refines, resulting in riches that ripple through your life. In the quiet strength of faith, hardships harden into habits of wealth that multiply over time. Divine destiny dictates that your struggles are the soil where seeds of abundance take root and grow. A holy harmony emerges, turning past pains into present powers of perpetual prosperity. Your inner voice confirms that every challenge carves paths for wealth to compound beautifully. God orchestrates a symphony where trials turn into triumphs, echoing with endless enrichment. The chosen one's path proves that adversity is the architect of assets that accumulate. Sacred revelations show that endurance is the engine driving your wealth to new heights. In the fabric of your faith, every loss is rewoven into layers of legacy and abundance. Divine light exposes that struggles are stepping stones, stacking success upon success. Your spirit thrives as you embrace that pain is the prelude to prosperity that compounds. God ensures that no season of scarcity is forgotten. It's the spark for surging wealth. A profound truth unfolds. Your battles build the backbone for blessings that broaden. In the realm of the elect, hardships become the harvest of hopes that multiply. Your narrative shifts as you see that trials are the threads weaving a tapestry of treasure. Divine favor affirms that every obstacle is an opening for opportunities that grow. Sacred cycles confirm that endurance evolves into empires of wealth that expand. The essence of your story is that challenges channel into channels of compounding grace. God transforms shadows into shine, turning trials into treasures that accumulate. Your path illuminates that resistance is the root of riches that rise relentlessly. In the depth of divine design, pain becomes the power propelling your prosperity. A holy awakening declares that struggles are the seeds for success that multiplies. Your spirit echoes with the reality that hardships harden hearts for harvests of wealth. Divine wisdom whispers that every delay deepens the roots of riches to come. Sacred insights reveal that trials are the teachers guiding your wealth to compound. God orchestrates moments where pain pivots into pathways of perpetual abundance. The chosen one's journey shows that adversity awakens assets that accumulate. In the flow of faith, challenges convert to catalysts for compounding blessings. Your inner fire burns brighter, turning scars into sources of surging success. Divine forces align, making every trial the trigger for treasures that thrive. A profound shift occurs as you recognize that endurance enriches every endeavor. God redeems your struggles, shaping them into strategies for wealth that builds. Sacred revelations affirm that pain is the prelude to prosperity unfolding. Your path proves that obstacles are the origins of opportunities that multiply. In the tapestry of trust, hardships become the hues of a harvest that grows. Divine timing turns trials into triumphs that echo through eternity. The essence of election is that challenges carve out channels for compounding favor. Your spirit soars as you grasp that resistance refines resources for the future. God weaves wonder from wounds, creating waves of wealth that widen. Sacred cycles show that endurance is the essence of empires emerging. In the light of faith, struggles solidify into structures of success that stack. Divine design declares that every setback is a setup for surplus that surges. Your narrative narrates that pain propels the process of perpetual prosperity. A holy harmony ensures that trials transform into treasures that accumulate. God affirms that no effort is erased. It's elevated into endless enrichment. Sacred insights illuminate that challenges are the core of compounding grace. Your journey justifies that adversity awakens the avenues of abundance. In the realm of redemption, hardships become the heartbeat of wealth building. Divine forces forge your path, turning obstacles into opportunities that grow. The Chosen One's story states that struggles are the seeds of success sprouting. Your spirit strengthens as you see that pain is the pathway to prosperity peaking. God orchestrates outcomes where trials turn into triumphs that multiply. Sacred revelations reveal that endurance equips for epics of enrichment. In the flow of favor, challenges channel into cascades of compounding blessings. Divine wisdom whispers that every loss leads to layers of legacy unfolding. Your path persists as you perceive that resistance results in riches rising. A profound truth triumphs. Hardships harden the heart for harvests ahead. God transforms tensions into treasures, tailoring wealth that builds beautifully. Sacred cycles cycle through, making struggles the springboard for success. The essence of your election is that obstacles open doors to abundance. Your inner voice verifies that pain purifies paths for prosperity to compound. Divine alignment assures that trials are the triggers for treasures emerging. In the depth of destiny, challenges convert to catalysts for growth. God ensures that setbacks become the setup for surplus streaming in. Sacred insights show that endurance is the engine of empires evolving. Your spirit surges as you sense that struggles solidify success strategies. A holy awakening awakens. Pain is the prelude to prosperity proliferating. Divine forces declare that every battle builds bridges to boundless wealth. In the tapestry of trust, hardships become the threads of triumph. God redeems resistance, reshaping it into riches that resonate. Sacred revelations affirm that challenges are the chapters of compounding favor. Your journey justifies that adversity awakens assets accumulating. The Chosen One's path proves that trials turn into treasures thriving. Divine wisdom weaves that every delay deepens the roots of riches. In the light of faith, struggles solidify into success stories. God orchestrates a shift where pain pivots to pathways of plenty. Sacred cycles confirm that endurance evolves into endless abundance. Your spirit echoes that resistance refines resources for the road ahead. A profound declaration. Hardships are the hidden keys to wealth unlocking. Divine design dictates that obstacles are opportunities orchestrating growth. In the realm of redemption, challenges channel into channels of change. God transforms trials into triumphs, tailoring treasures that multiply. Sacred insights illuminate that pain propels the process of prosperity. Your narrative narrates that setbacks seed success that surges. The essence of election ensures that struggles strengthen your stance. Divine forces forge forward, turning losses into legacies building. In the flow of favor, hardships become the heartbeat of harvest. God affirms that endurance equips for epochs of enrichment emerging. Sacred revelations reveal that challenges carve out compounding grace. Your path persists, proving that resistance results in riches radiating. Divine timing turns every trial into a testament of wealth that compounds eternally. Seize this moment, chosen one, as divine forces align to multiply your wealth beyond measure. The time for financial stagnation ends now. God's promise of compounding blessings demands your immediate attention. Feel the urgency in your spirit. Wealth is not waiting, it's building momentum through your faith. Act swiftly, for the enemy seeks to delay your prosperity, but God's plan accelerates your abundance. This revelation arrives at the perfect hour, urging you to embrace the compounding power ordained for you. Don't hesitate. The seeds you've sown are ready to explode into exponential financial growth. Rise up, for this is your divine call to witness wealth multiplying in ways you've only dreamed. The hour has come to break free from lack. God's compounding favor is flooding your life right now. Ignite your purpose today as every faithful step triggers a chain reaction of prosperity. Stand firm in this pivotal moment where your financial destiny shifts from potential to powerful reality. You are God's chosen vessel, crafted for wealth that multiplies through unwavering faith and obedience. Embrace your identity as one destined for abundance, where past struggles forge the path to riches. Your spiritual worthiness shines through, transforming financial hardships into stepping stones for greater blessings. As a chosen one, your resilience in trials has prepared you for wealth that compounds eternally. Biblical truths affirm your selection. Deuteronomy 28:12 promises open heavens for your prosperity. You carry a divine mandate for financial breakthrough, where every challenge builds your legacy of wealth. Recognize your unique calling, where God's favor turns ordinary efforts into extraordinary multiplication. Your story of scarcity is rewritten, positioning you as a beacon of compounded blessings for others. Stand tall in your chosen identity, knowing that God's hand guides your every financial endeavor. The Bible declares in 2 Corinthians 9:8 that God is able to make all grace abound to you, enriching your life. You are not defined by past lacks. You are redefined by God's promise of multiplying wealth. As His chosen, your faith activates a cycle of abundance that grows with each passing day. Your spiritual heritage equips you to handle and expand the wealth God is releasing. Biblical wisdom in Proverbs 10:22 reminds you that the blessing of the Lord brings wealth without painful toil. You embody the essence of divine selection, where financial doors swing open through God's grace. Your identity empowers you to see setbacks as setups for compounded victories. Chosen one, your worth in God's eyes ensures that wealth flows freely and multiplies. The scriptures in Ephesians 1:11 confirm your predestined path to abundant prosperity. You are handpicked to experience wealth that not only arrives but amplifies over time. Affirm your divine identity daily, knowing it unlocks the gates to compounding riches. Here's the core truth. Wealth for the chosen isn't a fleeting event. It's a divine process of endless growth. Understand this revelation. Your faith transforms small investments into vast, multiplying fortunes. Wealth compounds through God's design, turning your obedience into a force that builds upon itself. This spiritual principle operates like divine interest, where every act of trust adds to your abundance. Biblical backing in Genesis 26:12 shows how Isaac sowed in famine and reaped a 100-fold harvest. Your breakthrough isn't singular. It's engineered to expand, creating layers of prosperity. Grasp how faith and action create a cycle. One blessing leads to another, growing exponentially. Wealth isn't just coming, it's compounding as God multiplies the fruits of your labor. Proverbs 11:25 teaches that a generous person will prosper, initiating a chain of blessings. This truth empowers you. What you start in faith, God finishes with overwhelming multiplication. See it clearly. Your spiritual seeds, when planted in God's soil, yield returns that never cease. The compounding effect is God's gift, turning your daily faithfulness into lifelong abundance. Biblical examples like the widow's oil in 2 Kings 4:1-7 demonstrate endless supply from a single act. Wealth builds on itself through divine favor, making your future brighter than your present. Embrace this. Every prayer and step of obedience adds to the wealth accumulating in your life. God's plan ensures that your financial story is one of continuous upward progression. As in Matthew 25:29, to those who have, more will be given, compounding your resources. This message reveals how your current faith positions you for perpetual financial growth. Wealth compounds spiritually, drawing from God's infinite resources to enrich your journey. Understand the mechanics. Faith acts as the catalyst, obedience as the fuel for multiplication. Biblical promises in Psalm 112:3 assure that wealth and riches are in the house of the righteous. Your wealth journey is divinely orchestrated to expand, layer by layer, through God's wisdom. First subpoint, faith forms the bedrock, propelling your wealth to multiply beyond expectations. Hebrews 11:6 states that without faith, it's impossible to please God who rewards the diligent. Apply this by daily affirming God's promises, watching your finances grow as you trust. If doubts linger, let faith remind you that every challenge is a setup for greater riches. Second subpoint, generosity ignites the spark, turning your gifts into waves of returning abundance. Luke 6:38 promises that giving leads to receiving in full measure, pressed down and overflowing. Practice by tithing faithfully, observing how it opens doors to unexpected financial gains. If fear of scarcity holds you, know that your generosity breaks chains, fostering compounded blessings. Third subpoint, patience is your ally, allowing wealth to mature and expand in God's perfect timing. Ecclesiastes 3:11 declares that God makes everything beautiful in its time, including your finances. Implement this by creating a faith-based budget, tracking progress to see growth unfold. If delays frustrate you, remember that patience turns waiting into a season of exponential increase. Fourth subpoint, declarations are your tools, speaking life into your wealth and defeating obstacles. Proverbs 18:21 warns that words hold power, so use them to decree prosperity over your life. Start by voicing affirmations daily, shifting your mindset to attract multiplying opportunities. If past failures haunt you, let your words rewrite your story with God's compounding favor. Fifth subpoint, Stewardship unlocks the flow, managing today's resources for tomorrow's vast rewards. Matthew 25:21 commends the faithful steward, promising greater responsibilities and blessings. Begin by auditing your finances, investing wisely under God's guidance for lasting growth. If chaos overwhelms your money matters, faithful stewardship brings order and multiplication. Now, as you apply these principles, prepare for mystical signs that confirm your wealth's expansion. Prophetic symbols like recurring numbers signal that your finances are aligning with divine abundance. Watch for dreams of overflowing wealth as the Holy Spirit whispers of compounding breakthroughs. Feel the energy shift, where spiritual forces weave your efforts into a tapestry of riches. These mystical elements are God's way of assuring you that wealth is compounding in the unseen. Synchronicities in your daily life, like timely opportunities, mark the start of exponential growth. As prophetic imagery unfolds, know that your faith is catalyzing a surge of financial favor. This spiritual alignment ensures that every step you take multiplies into greater prosperity. Take action now, chosen one, by declaring your commitment to this path of compounding wealth. Comment below with a simple affirmation, igniting the power of community in your financial journey. Challenge yourself to one act of faith today, like giving generously to see returns multiply. Pray immediately, Lord, activate the compounding of my wealth through my obedience. Don't delay. Let this be the moment you step into the fullness of God's financial promises. Engage your spirit by journaling your intentions, paving the way for blessings to overflow. Respond with urgency, for your first step today sets off a chain of divine multiplications. Commit to daily practices that align with God's word, watching your wealth begin to compound. Rise and act, as the heavens await your move to unleash waves of prosperity upon you. This call is your invitation to transform potential into powerful, lasting abundance. Envision your future, debts vanishing as wealth pours in like a relentless river. Picture opportunities multiplying, creating a legacy that echoes through generations. See yourself in financial peace, where every need is met with overflowing resources. Biblical promises in Philippians 4:19 assure that God supplies all your needs according to his riches. Imagine the joy of sharing your compounded wealth, impacting lives and building God's kingdom. Your breakthrough brings not just money, but a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. Visualize freedom from worry as prosperity compounds into a shield of divine protection. As in Deuteronomy 28:8, God commands blessings on your storehouses, ensuring endless supply. See your family thriving, secured by the wealth that grows stronger with each passing year. This vision is your destiny, where financial glory outshines every past struggle. Reaffirm your chosen status, knowing God's promises for wealth are steadfast and true. Trust in the process, as every faithful action compounds into victories you can't yet see. Let this message encourage you to persevere, for your rewards are multiplying even now. Biblical assurance in Jeremiah 29:11 reminds you of God's plans for your prosperity. Hold fast to your identity, where divine favor turns challenges into channels of wealth. Reflect on today's truths, allowing them to fuel your journey toward abundant living. Your spiritual encouragement is this: wealth is compounding, and you are at the center of it. Stay committed, for God's timing is perfect, bringing forth your financial harvest. Remember, as a chosen one, your path is paved with multiplying blessings and grace. End this reflection with gratitude, knowing your wealth story is one of triumphant growth. Envision the peak of your journey, wealth so vast it overflows into every area of life. See breakthroughs arriving not once, but in waves, each one building on the last. Picture a future where financial security allows you to fulfill your deepest calling. As Psalm 23:1 declares, "The Lord is your shepherd, you shall not want for anything." Imagine the peace that comes with knowing your resources are eternally multiplying. Your reward includes not just riches, but a profound impact on those around you. Visualize generations benefiting from the wealth you've stewarded and grown. This future glory is God's gift, turning your faith into a legacy of abundance. Hold this vision close, for it is the blueprint of your divinely compounded life. Finally, walk forward in confidence as the chosen one whose wealth multiplies forever. In the quiet moments of reflection, recognize that your financial journey is a divine tapestry, woven with threads of unseen blessings ready to multiply. Every setback you've encountered is not a dead end, but a catalyst, propelling your wealth into exponential growth through God's unyielding favor. As a chosen one, your spirit resonates with the promise that wealth builds upon itself, turning whispers of faith into shouts of abundance. Picture your resources as seeds in fertile soil, where each act of obedience nourishes the roots for a harvest that compounds beyond measure. The enemy's attempts to hinder you only serve to highlight the unbreakable chain of blessings God has ordained for your life. Embrace the truth that your worthiness for prosperity is etched in the heavens, transforming every trial into a stepping stone for financial freedom. Biblical wisdom in 2 Corinthians 9:8 assures us that God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things you may overflow with wealth. Your identity as a chosen vessel means that wealth isn't arriving late. It's been compounding in the spiritual realm, waiting for your readiness. Let go of past financial fears, for they are mere shadows dissipating before the light of God's multiplying grace. In the economy of heaven, your smallest faithful step echoes into waves of prosperity, creating a legacy that endures through generations. Discover how obedience to divine principles turns ordinary efforts into extraordinary wealth, compounding like interest in an eternal account. The core revelation unfolds. Wealth for the chosen is a perpetual motion, fueled by faith and amplified by heavenly intervention. Just as a river gathers strength from tributaries, your blessings accumulate, flowing into a mighty force of financial empowerment. Proverbs 11:25 teaches that a generous person will prosper, illustrating how your giving initiates a cycle of compounding returns. Align your actions with this spiritual truth, and watch as what was once scarce becomes an overflowing abundance in your life. Break it down. Faith forms the bedrock, where belief in God's promises multiplies your resources beyond human comprehension. Hebrews 11:6 declares that without faith it is impossible to please God. Yet with it, your wealth begins its divine multiplication. Apply this by daily affirming your financial destiny, transforming doubt into a powerful engine for growth and prosperity. Feel the emotional lift as your persistent faith turns past struggles into triumphant stories of compounded success. Generosity emerges as the spark that ignites multiplication, turning what you release into a boomerang of blessings returning tenfold. Luke 6:38 echoes that giving leads to receiving in good measure, pressed down and shaken together for the chosen ones. Put it into practice by sharing from your current means, and observe how opportunities multiply in unexpected ways. If scarcity has weighed on your heart, know that your acts of kindness are seeds sprouting into a garden of wealth. Patience becomes your ally, allowing time to work its magic on your finances, much like wine aging into something exquisite. Ecclesiastes 3:11 reminds us that God makes everything beautiful in its time, compounding your efforts into perfect timing for breakthrough. Implement patience through consistent planning, watching small investments grow into substantial gains over seasons of trust. In moments of weariness, remember that divine delays are crafting a masterpiece of exponential financial growth for you. Overcoming obstacles requires your words to be declarations of victory, shattering barriers and accelerating wealth's compound effect. Proverbs 18:21 warns of the power of the tongue, so use it to decree prosperity, turning challenges into conduits for abundance. Make it habitual. Speak affirmations daily, reshaping your reality and inviting a flood of multiplying blessings. When doubts arise, let your declarations stand as shields, converting failures into foundations for lasting financial triumph. Stewardship holds the key to unlocking future riches, where wise management invites God's hand to multiply what you hold. Matthew 25:23 commends the faithful steward, promising greater responsibilities and rewards for diligent care of resources. Start by reviewing your finances with prayerful intent, budgeting and investing as acts of faith that compound into legacy. If chaos has dominated your financial world, this shift to stewardship will bring peace and a cascade of blessings. Mystical signs may appear, like visions of plenty or serendipitous encounters, signaling that your wealth is compounding in the spirit. Tune into these prophetic nudges, such as recurring symbols of abundance, as confirmations from the Holy Spirit of your destined prosperity. Sense the energetic realignment, where heaven's forces converge to turn your faithful pursuits into waves of financial multiplication. As these spiritual shifts occur, your everyday experiences transform, revealing the invisible threads weaving your wealth story. Prophetic imagery shows wealth as a river overflowing its banks, carrying you into realms of compounded blessings and divine favor. Now, take the first step in this spiritual journey, committing to actions that activate the compounding power in your life. Declare aloud your readiness for wealth's multiplication, making it a personal vow that echoes through your daily routine. Engage with your community by sharing this truth, fostering a collective energy that amplifies your own financial growth. Pray specifically for guidance on stewardship, inviting God to reveal paths where your resources can multiply exponentially. Commit to one act of faith today, like tithing with joy, and feel the immediate shift toward compounded abundance. In envisioning your reward, See debts dissolving and opportunities emerging like stars in a clear night sky. Biblical promises in Philippians 4:19 assure that God will meet all your needs, compounding into a surplus of joy and security. Picture a future where your financial peace radiates outward, creating a legacy that inspires generations to come. As wealth compounds, imagine the freedom to pursue passions, unburdened by scarcity and empowered by divine provision. This breakthrough isn't distant. It's unfolding, turning your current faithfulness into a tapestry of unending prosperity. Hold fast to the vision of rewards, where every compounded blessing manifests as tangible evidence of God's unwavering love. In the glory ahead, your story becomes one of triumph, with wealth multiplying to overflow into the lives of others. Malachi 3:10 challenges you to test God in tithing, promising an outpouring that exceeds your capacity to contain. Envision waking to new possibilities each day, as your compounded wealth opens doors to adventures and purpose. This future glory is your inheritance, where financial abundance aligns with spiritual fulfillment in perfect harmony. Reaffirm your chosen identity, knowing that God's promises for wealth are as steadfast as the mountains. Trust in the process, for every seed of faith you've planted is germinating into a forest of prosperity. As you reflect on this message, let it anchor your spirit, reminding you that wealth's compounding is your divine right. Stay vigilant in your actions, for they are the keys that unlock the vaults of heaven's endless resources. Remember, the path of the chosen is marked by perseverance, leading to riches that grow stronger with each passing day. In moments of doubt, recall that God's timing is impeccable, turning waits into seasons of exponential gain. Your spiritual encouragement today: embrace the journey, for wealth is not just approaching, it's already multiplying within you. Let this truth resonate. As a chosen one, your financial destiny is secure, compounded by the Creator's infinite wisdom. Move forward with confidence, knowing that each step aligns with the divine plan for your abundant life. The power of your faith will illuminate obstacles, transforming them into opportunities for greater wealth. Visualize the compounding effect as a symphony, where your efforts harmonize with God's grace for a masterpiece of prosperity. In the quiet of prayer, affirm that your resources are expanding, drawing from an eternal well of blessings. Break free from limitations by declaring victory over finances, inviting a cascade of multiplied joys. Your role as a steward amplifies blessings, turning modest beginnings into monumental achievements through divine favor. Sense the prophetic wind at your back, propelling you toward wealth that echoes through eternity. Every generous act you perform is a ripple, expanding into waves of abundance that return to you enriched. Patience in your pursuits cultivates a garden where wealth blooms in due season, far beyond initial expectations. Declare boldly that obstacles are fleeting, for your words carry the authority to command prosperity's growth. As you manage your resources wisely, watch as God entrusts you with more, compounding your influence and impact. Mystical signs in your dreams are whispers of confirmation, assuring that your wealth is on an upward trajectory. Feel the alignment of spiritual forces, orchestrating synchronicities that accelerate your financial multiplication. In this season, your faith becomes the cornerstone, building a fortress of wealth that withstands any storm. Generosity not only gives but regenerates, creating a cycle where blessings multiply and overflow. The essence of stewardship lies in honoring what you have, inviting God's hand to expand it exponentially. Overcome hesitation by stepping into action, for each move forward compounds your path to financial liberation. Your identity as chosen empowers you to see beyond the immediate, into a horizon of unending prosperity. Biblical truths like Deuteronomy 28:11 promise abundant prosperity, reinforcing the compounding nature of God's gifts. Transform your daily routine into a ritual of affirmation, where wealth's growth is as natural as breathing. In the face of challenges, let your spirit rise, knowing that victory is compounded in every trial overcome. Envision your legacy as a beacon, illuminating paths for others while your own wealth continues to flourish. The call to action is clear. Engage now and witness the miraculous unfolding of your financial destiny. Pray with intention, asking for eyes to see the compounding blessings already at work in your life. Share your journey with others, creating a network where faith and wealth multiply collectively. Commit to tracking your progress, noting how small acts of faith lead to monumental financial shifts. As rewards manifest, celebrate each one as a testament to God's faithful compounding of your efforts. Picture a life where financial stress is replaced by peace and abundance flows like a perpetual stream. This vision of glory motivates you to persist, knowing that your breakthrough is not if but when. Reaffirm daily, I am chosen and my wealth is compounding through divine design. Let encouragement fuel your steps, turning aspirations into tangible realities of prosperity. In the tapestry of your life, each thread of faith weaves into a pattern of exponential growth. Trust that God's promises are active, transforming your present into a gateway for future riches. Your spiritual arsenal includes patience and declaration, weapons that compound against any opposition. As you steward well, doors open to greater opportunities, each one building on the last for amplified success. Mystical elements like intuitive insights guide you, confirming that wealth's compounding is your spiritual inheritance. End each day with gratitude, acknowledging the unseen progress of your blessings multiplying overnight. Rise tomorrow with renewed purpose, ready to activate the next layer of your financial evolution. The journey of the chosen is one of continuous ascent, where wealth builds upon wealth in glorious progression. Embrace the mystery of divine timing, where delays are merely setups for spectacular abundance. Your words hold power. Let them be proclamations that accelerate the compounding of your resources. In acts of generosity, you plant seeds that sprout into forests of prosperity for you and your lineage. Stewardship is not a burden but a privilege, unlocking vaults of heavenly wealth through faithful management. Prophetic signs in your surroundings are breadcrumbs leading to your destined financial pinnacle. Feel the energy shift as you align with God's plan, turning potential into palpable, compounding riches. Take bold steps today, for hesitation only slows the divine momentum of your wealth's growth. In reflection, see how far you've come, with each lesson learned adding to the compound interest of your blessings. The reward awaiting you is a symphony of success, where financial freedom harmonizes with spiritual joy. As per Psalm 1:3, you are like a tree planted by streams of water, yielding fruit in season and prospering in all you do. Envision generations benefiting from your compounded wealth, creating a ripple effect of legacy and love. This breakthrough brings not just money, but a profound sense of purpose and divine connection. Picture waking to endless possibilities where your resources multiply to fulfill dreams long held. The glory of your future is secured, with wealth compounding to overflow into every area of life. Reaffirm your calling. You are chosen for this, and God's favor ensures your prosperity endures. Trust in the process, for every faithful action is a deposit in the bank of eternal abundance. As you close this chapter of learning, carry the fire of encouragement, knowing wealth is your compounded inheritance. Walk forward in unwavering faith, for the chosen ones like you are destined to witness the full manifestation of multiplying blessings.